Hey guys, I'm back. Figured I might as well pop on and make a vid. Reason I haven't made anything since 29th is basically because things have all pretty much stayed the same. Solar wind speeds gone up to like 700 or 800 periodically, but not for any length of time. This is all being measured by the GOES 13 and 14, and I think 15 satellites. They're all in here in this geosynchronous orbit, 22,236 miles. So that was one of my first groundbreaking discoveries whilst doing these videos, actually figuring out that these solar wind speed numbers we're getting here are coming from these satellites in here and not from the ACE or the Discover satellites, which are way out at the L1 Lagrange point, some 930,000 miles in front of the planet between the Earth and the Sun. All right, here's the latest discover out at the L1 Lagrange point. As you can see, the phi angle, that's one thing that has changed in the last, just this yesterday too, was pretty steady below 180, which would indicate a Earth to Sun connection. Basically, it's at 180, it's an Earth to Sun connect. At 0, it's a, or no, I'm sorry, it's 180, it's a Sun to Earth connect with the interplanetary magnetic field lines, the blue ones that I show you on ISWA. And if it's 0, then that would be indicating a Earth to the Sun connection. As you can see on Discover, since Nemesis has become in the picture the last couple of months or so, at least, they changed this graph from 0 to 360, making it from 40 degrees to 400 degrees, because mostly the connections have been with Nemesis on the back side. But now that this other planet is in the picture, that passed ACE on October 16th and been headed our way ever since, and I believe it's pretty close to Earth right now. As you can see here, see how it was all above 180 pretty much there. We did have like a couple of days, maybe a week or two ago, where it looked like maybe this big planet in front of the Earth was going to help make an Earth to Sun connection or vice versa. But then it went back to the backside connection with Nemesis. But as you can see yesterday, this is the last 3 days on ACE. 01, there's 02, we're in 02, December 2nd. So just the last couple of days, starting yesterday, rather, the interplanetary magnetic field connect has been more predominantly Earth-Sun directed rather than backside connection with Nemesis. So that pretty much tells me that this big planet is, well, you can see here all the voids in front of the Earth, these blue interplanetary magnetic field lines. They're not piling up like they were before. There they piled up there. But mostly we're getting a void. And I postulated on some earlier vids that when this void occurs, these polar cap field lines get much darker. In other words, I believe Earth is dragging some strength, magnetic strength from this other planet and using it to garner strength in order to ward off backside pressure from Nemesis. So, I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. That big planet is out front helping us, but at the same time, it's not helping us, if you know what I mean. See all these blue interplanetary magnetic field lines stepping in from, these are coming from Nemesis. They're trying to make a connection to Earth, but Earth keeps fighting it off. I think, let's see how close they actually get. These are Earth radii here, so this is about 40 Earth radii from the Earth, which is 4,000 miles is one Earth radius. That's about 160,000 miles. As you can see, this is all coming from Nemesis. It has to be. And I don't know, can't explain all these other field lines. I mean, it's crazy. Maybe it's all these other planets that are showing up. But this would be from Mauna Loa Solar Observatory. This is yesterday's sanitized version. Last vid I made on the 29th, I showed you another sanitized version. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 there. Looks like there's 1 here, maybe 1 here. Something that's been up there for a while. Something over here. And these, I think, are all planets, basically. This is semi-sanitized version. It looks like they didn't quite peel as many layers off as they did on the one I showed you on 11/29, because that one actually worked in our favor. It showed more of these large objects up here with concentric circle signatures. Now here's today's. This is the unsanitized version. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff flying around. And this is from the Hawaii Solar Observatory on the Mount Mauna Loa volcano. And this is an occlusion disk which blocks out the sun. So basically they're shooting the sun 24/7, I guess. Well, whenever it's up anyway, 12/12. And or 12/7 rather. But anyway, you can see all this stuff flying around. So you can still see some of these concentric circle deals popping up. So, I mean, they would all have to appear to be out in front of the Earth, somewhere between the Earth and the Sun. So that doesn't explain to me, although it could, you know, their magnetic field lines or Nemesis magnetic field lines could be wrapping around, intersecting with them. Or they could just be Nemesis and interplanetary magnetic field lines. We're actually pretty much caught up in them, but our magnetosphere, magnetopause is keeping them from grabbing us because they're always getting broken, but there seems to be more of them now behind the Earth. In my humble opinion, although I've seen them like this before, similar fashion, and they always get broken because of Earth's strong magnetic field. So let's see how far Nemesis makes inroad. I saw it go up to 35 anyway. Just on this vid, there's something there. That looks blue. That looks like it's down to about 30 from Earth. And there's our last shot we got. And they quit running this ISWA at 02/02/28 today. So ISWA is down again, really, because we should be getting stuff all the way up to at least 1400 UTC or around thereabouts, and we're not. So I pulled up Geospace because this one gives you the last 3.5 hours or so, and this is all data coming from those GOES satellites. Same thing we get from ISWA. There's the Y cut and there's the Z cut. This is looking across the planet and equatorial, and this is looking straight down on the planet. So as you can see, we're getting bombarded or lambasted with continual changes in velocity, and velocity is up. Usually this is more in the orange range, or lighter colored orange, even yellow. I'd say orange usually, or light orange. But look, we're getting a lot of velocity coming toward the Earth, and it's coming pretty regular. Wham, wham, wham. And that's not coming from the sun, guys. It's coming from that planet in front of our planet. And this gives you the density real quick. And then here's pressure. You can see we got a lot of backside pressure. This is the first start of the run around 18 something UTC. Today, a lot of front side pressure, a lot of backside pressure. So we're definitely still in a squeeze play mode. But the predominant connection is between the sun, our sun, real sun, and the Earth, and I'm sure this big planet in front. So the connection's probably going from the sun through the big planet and to the Earth and back again, or vice versa. Here's the phi angle. This is the one that Ben Davidson wants to bullshit you about. He's saying, oh, 0 is close to 360, or 360 is close to 0. So he's trying to infer that they're one and the same, which is total bullshit. So anyway, here we go. 0 if we're pointing at the sun from the Earth, and 180 if we're pointing from the sun to the Earth. Now this link is in my description box. Please use my description box and open these links. Here's the L1 Lagrange point. This is where the ACE and Discover satellites are. Collecting all this solar wind data and feeding it back to the Earth to give us like an early warning if something would be coming from the sun, a CME or an EMP that might knock out our electrical grids. So that's my vid from the 29th, as you can see. See how I'm saying they sanitized pretty good there, but they're not doing it quite as good anymore because these things really showed up there. And I think they want to hide that from us. But here's the description box, man. Use it. This is all good stuff. I don't post this stuff just to take up space. Believe me, everything in here is well worth your effort to check out if you want to learn what the heck's going on. And open comments in my comment section. Hit the view replies, because I gotta hide stuff under there because YouTube's always messing with me, and I know they've corrupted some of these links, but if you're diligent, you'll be able to get to these links. All right, and so ISWA's down basically. These ones, they went down on 12/1. They haven't given any more updates on electron volts at 100,000 and 4 million. They went down early, hour 1 of 12/1. But that's the way they've been. They've been lagging like a day or two behind on their updates. So we could still get some more from that. What else am I gonna say in this video? Okay, so here's the unsanitized version. That's for today. See, the stuff's flying around. This every 4 minutes or so, basically, some kind of time lapse. I'm sure these things aren't flying around exactly that fast, so this is some kind of a time lapse thing going on. Here's the sanitized version from yesterday. You can see they didn't sanitize it as much as that 1129 video I showed you, because they don't want us to see all this stuff. But anyway, I'm running out of time, guys. I don't think we have much time left. Planet's not looking too good. Rocking and rolling. Oh well. God bless. Peace. And I'm out.